Okay, well, welcome everybody to our week 2 call of our 6-week challenge. Abby Jo and I are super excited for you guys to join us. We've had a really great first week. We did our IPA activity. You guys rocked it last week. Congratulations to Michelle for knocking it out of the ballpark. 3 new ambassadors, and she completed every single challenge, you guys. So rock star right there. That's awesome. So we're in week 2. It's resources versus resourcefulness, right? And the whole point of that is just you're going to have a lot of resources that are available to you. It's how you utilize them to make yourself be successful. And so we're really excited because for week 2, we have, I call him Plexus Coach Extraordinaire, I don't know, superstar, rock star, Dave Walker with us today. So Dave's just going to pour into us, give us some, exciting inspiration, some thoughts and ideas to really take August into the next level. I mean, you guys, how amazing is our company with the incentive we heard about today? I don't know about you guys, but I saw it this morning. I almost went crazy. I was like, what can I do? Who can I talk to? It was a crazy morning. So I'm sure you guys were all the same. So Dave, I'm going to pass it off to you. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Trish, for having me. I appreciate the opportunity to connect with you all. And congratulations on what sounds like a really successful week 1. That's really awesome. So I'm truly feel blessed, when the girls reached out to me and asked me if I could join you for week 2. So I'm going to jump right in the deep end, right? And so everybody did see, out of the people that I can see your faces, right? Everybody did see and understand the new incentives that came out, right? They extended silver, right? So if you had anybody that was pushing, that was really close, right? That every single person that has 2 ambassadors, right? We want to touch base with those people, right? $150 this month, $50 next month if they maintain it, right? $50 for the sponsor. Gold, what an awesome opportunity, right? For anybody that achieved silver, right? To make a push to go gold this month, and I asked myself, are they going to extend the gold next month? Right? I was like, okay, you're getting ahead of yourself. But every time I get to the end of the month and I think to myself, okay, what are they going to do next month? Here comes this information from our incentives team. So go gold this month for the first time, $400 this month, $100 next month if you maintain it, right? $100 for the sponsor, right? I know that everybody in here is either a human calculator or they got one handy, right? It doesn't take long to figure out what a few golds on your team could mean, not just for your business, but for your pocket, right? And then the re-rank, right? How awesome is that? That was like the curveball, right? I was like, okay, they extended silver. That's awesome, right? Let's keep growing at that level, right? Okay, this gold one's really, really awesome. Coincides with the Rank Up Roadmap, which is live in your back office today. Go for gold, right? So I'll talk about that a little bit here in a second. But, how awesome is this re-rank, right? Anybody who's who had earned, and all that means is that if you had earned gold before and you didn't earn it last month, if you do it this month, then there's the bonus, right? You'll re-attain that one-time achievement bonus. So really awesome stuff, and I feel comfortable to say that there might be one more curveball that comes at you guys, that maybe, I don't know, but get excited about that. Okay. So those incentives are phenomenal, right? So that being said, right, when I heard, resources versus resourcefulness, the first thing that I thought to myself was hey, let's not recreate the wheel, right? We're partnered with a couple leaders in here that have phenomenal size organizations, have only built them, but then have maintained them through the resources that are available. I'm not suggesting that having your own spin on things is against the rules. I'm just simply saying I want you to work harder or smarter, not harder. Right? I don't want you to spend 6 hours on a PowerPoint. I want you in the back office to take advantage of the tools that are there. Okay? So, and as long as I say the words back office, we have been in extended testing in regards to genealogy. I've been clicking around in your back office. Girls, you are not ready. This new back office. And the last thing I want to do is oversell and underdeliver. Okay? Right? But this back office is gorgeous. The visibility that it brings to the areas of opportunity is gorgeous. And I'll put it what it looks like to me when I log in, I'm looking at somebody's back office. It's the same feeling I got when I saw the new branding, right? When I saw the new Bag of Slim. I was like, okay, that's sitting on my counter over there. Somebody wants to know what that is. You want to know what that is. When you log into this back office, you're going to be like, wow, right? So, and I'm sure that all the shareables and tools and different things will be available on that as well. Okay, so that's coming to you soon. Again, we continue to test that on an everyday basis. Every day they put it in our hands and they say, okay, break it. Click on every button, figure it out, break it right now so that we can break it 100 million times, figure out all the little glitches, what happens when you click this and then click this. If I put in a dash in my social security number, what's going to happen, right? It's being tested to the moon and back. Okay? So, and we have a team that's literally working around the clock. Okay? So that's like one of the things that I could share with you as in regards to excitement, you know, within within working at the corporate office, right? We also, when we built our building, you know, left 15,000 or 12,000 unfinished square feet on our second level because they had moved into the previous corporate office, and within a year they had outgrown it, right? So they had to build the building that we're in now. Well, when they did, they said, build it too big. Just build it way too big, and then we'll grow into it. We know we'll grow into it. Well, that area is completely finished. All the offices are done. The sales team, myself, gets to be one of the privileged people to go move into that brand new area. And they're already talking about putting a 10,000 square foot 2-level building next to our building, you know, to continue to grow. So thank you to be transparent, because, you know, Tarl will remind us on an every Friday basis that might be his name on the check, but it's you that puts the money in the bank. Right? It's you that's out there working and grinding and growing the organization, meaning that we, plain and simple, have no choice, hire more people. Now, we got to have them, right? So, you know, that's another really exciting thing that's going on within the corporate office. One other thing that has been kind of touching to me, you know, most recently, is that a lot of people, and I don't really touch on this in like my Zoom calls, but a lot of people don't know how phenomenal that they take care of us as internal employees. So I like to just share that with you just for a quick moment to let you know that, like, in addition to my salary, I get paid a quarterly bonus based on the company's profitability. They literally take a portion of the profitability and they distribute it to every single person in the building, okay, quarterly. It's a phenomenal asset, right? A phenomenal perk, right? They also pay every single penny for my medical, dental, vision, supplemental, and life insurance. If something happened to me, and it's not like some random plan, it's a phenomenal United Healthcare plan that has like a $2,000 deductible or something. Like anything over that, like I just get taken care of, right? If something, and like they pay for my life insurance through Mutual of Omaha, not through some random company. I'm an Omaha guy, so you know I'm a little biased to them, but still, like, I mean, if something happened to me today, like my little girl will get 4 years of my salary right then and there. So, and it comes at no cost to me. So that's a phenomenal perk. Like, it saves, even a single guy like me, it saves me $1,800 a year, right? You know, think about the families and stuff. So, you know, a lot of people don't know that, right? I also, on the first of every month, I get to place a $100 order that costs me nothing, right? Not only is the Slim Block Boost Accelerator in break rooms by the bucket full, I can just have it, right? It's free, but I get $100 at a wholesale price for any of the other products that I want. Full disclosure, I still spend like $50 to $60 a month because I love the ease, the X Factor, the Vital Biome is legit. I love it. I love it. So, you know, today I placed my order, and with my $100 credit, I still owed like $56 at the end. A lot of, you know, again, a lot of people don't know that, you know, that this is, you know, that these are perks that are, you know, offered to us at our corporate office. You know, and lastly, like, is the culture, right? You know, a lot of people will say, hey, Dave, like, if I was going to add one more thing to my plate this month, what should it be? And I said, well, it should be movie night. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, like, it should be movie night, or get everybody together and play Yahtzee. Go to one of those wine and paint things. It should be something not Plexus related. Build some culture, right? And I say that because, like, at least once a quarter we have some kind of big event. Did you guys see pictures of that carnival that went on where Tarl was in the dunk tank? Okay. The CEO of the $553 million company is in his 3-piece suit in a dunk tank, letting employees from the warehouse chuck a ball at the target. Okay? And like, they had big wheels for us to race. Like, they just throw these types of events where there's 3 food trucks, and there's all kinds of stuff going on in our parking lot and at our property. And then they say, hey, everybody put down your work from 12 to 3 because we're going to have some
fun. And I tell you what, when those 350 people go back to work that day, man, they're working hard for you, right? So I like to say, I like to share that with you too, because that's not just like a perk. Like that's culture. It's being created on an everyday basis. So that's my rant about how awesome it is to work. They were just recently voted. I don't want to say the name because I think it was like 16th or something in the state of Arizona as the best places to work. And plain and simple, they acknowledged it at an all-employee meeting. They said, hey, congratulations to us, number 16. And then they immediately said, you know what the goal is, right? Number 1, right? They're not satisfied with number 16, right? So they're going to continue to go to work for us. I'm blessed, right? So back to like not recreating the wheel, okay? I want us to use what's in our back office when it comes to sharing and educating new people from our team, right? Our creative team is amazing. Like when you go in and look at the product, the new product catalog, like stop. I can't even stop it right now, right? The new product catalog is gorgeous. These information cards on the products are gorgeous, right? So I want you to remember like that it's always compliant. If it's on the back office, it's always compliant. There's never a question like, am I being compliant? Am I saying something I shouldn't say? What should I do? Right? When you're sharing that information, it's always compliant. Okay? So and first, let's see here. So, I want to talk about, I'll start with those things, So the Rank Up Roadmap, okay? The Rank Up Roadmap, I know that what was was introduced to the field, I want to say a year ago convention, right? Not this last convention, the convention before, they said, hey, we're going to come out with this tool, right? And a year later, they put the first piece in your hand. And, Jen Hawkins, what an amazing ambassador to have represent the Rank Up Roadmap to Silver, right? And so out of a show of hand, full disclosure, I won't judge, right? Did you watch that? Who watched that video? Okay, go check it out. It's really awesome to hear her talk. I watched it again today just because I feel humbled to listen to a double diamond, to represent and talk about how important it is to go to silver. Okay? But so the tools that come underneath it, the gold, it launched today. It is phenomenal. It is jam-packed, okay? If you read the Rank Up Roadmap to Silver, you went silver that month. It's that simple, okay? Now, I'm challenging you to pick up the Rank Up Roadmap to Gold, okay? Jennifer Leith what did the video for this one. But, it has all kinds of awesome tools and tips, how to focus your time, the mechanics to get there, talks about Aspire, IPAs and DMOs, right? How to grow. It talks about the feel, felt, found method. Gosh, can you tell that I've been on the phone a lot? Okay, who knows what the feel, felt, found method is? Okay, so if you don't, when somebody says, hey, let's say that it's somebody that is a prospect, right? We're talking to a prospect about the opportunity to come and join us on our team or to take the product, and they say, you know what? I don't have a good feeling about network marketing. My response would be, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way. And what I found was, when I was introduced to the community of people that I get to sit down with and be blessed with from across the country on Tuesday nights, I was totally wrong about network marketing. So I understand how you feel. I felt the same way. And what I found was, right? So, and I could say to somebody who's like, hey, I don't need the slim. And I would say, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way. And what I found was 6 months into it, I don't know how I can go without my pink drink, okay? Sometimes I put it in a black bottle so that people don't know I'm drinking something pink. The black bottle says Plexus on it. No judgments, okay? Okay. Feel, felt, found is a very powerful shortcut to persuasion. It talks about that because as we get past silver, we start working our way in the direction of gold. Persuasion is going to come into the equation. It's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. Okay. But I want you to go in there, watch that stuff. That stuff is time well spent. Pay attention. Print the materials off. If you work the IPAs, plain and simple, it will work. You will grow. It is that simple, okay? Let's talk about the shareables. I mentioned the catalog. So beautiful. What is going on with our creative team? So beautiful. It's like the new Bag of Slim. Before, it was like, oh, look, there's some stuff on my counter. And now it's like, what is that? I want some of that right now, right? Before, the catalog was like, ooh, it's a catalog, right? Now it's like, it's like the catalog that you look through every single page. You already ordered your products this month. You look through every single page. It's gorgeous. There's a PDF version. You can share it electronically, right? There's a PDF version. How cool is that, right? Such a cool option, okay? Shareables, promotions, right? It talks about the promotions. That's where you should be getting posts so that you can post out to your team to talk about the different promotions, incentives, right? So we talked, I don't know if I connected with your team about persuasion before, but the law of scarcity. It's one of the 6 shortcuts to persuasion, the law of scarcity. And that would say, I need to explain to the individual what they stand to lose if they don't take me up on this opportunity today, right? So for example, back in June, we got 10%. It ends on the 26th at 6 p.m. or whatever it was, right? And I can reach out to people and I can say, hey, here's this post. I can post people that are on my Facebook that aren't a part of my team, and I can post the incentive from the shareables under the promotions tab. And I can say, hey, anybody who's looking to save that 10%, this promotion ends today at 6 p.m., right? And so it's not me selling it to them. It's me reminding them that they have an opportunity to get a deal today. Right? We all know that you don't really have to offer like this huge deal, right? Everybody remembers the last time that we had free shipping, right? We crashed the system so that people could get 8 cents off their order, right? It wasn't because it's like this amazing deal, right? It's just a little deal that has time sensitivity, okay? But so those promotions are all within the promotions category of the shareables. I want you to use it. Leaders Retreat is in there. Consistency Club is in there. Right? There's different things that you can post to as cold messages to your prospects. There's also stuff that you can use for your team, right? To educate, not to push them, hey, you really have to have Consistency 500 Club, but just so that they know what it is, right? I was on a call like 4 weeks ago, the 1st of July, just about like the 5th or 6th of July, right? We're talking. I'm so excited. I'm challenging people. Excuse me. I'm challenging people to put their toes in the sand with me in October. Who here is going to Leaders? I packed my shovel. We're going to build a sandcastle. I tell you what, my toes are going to be in the sand. Okay, so I'm challenging these people. I'm getting them fired up, right? Let's go to Leaders. Woo-woo! Right? Let's go to Leaders, right? I'm like, at the end of the call, I'm like, okay, does anybody have any questions? When this girl is like, what's Leaders Retreat? I said, thank you for asking me. And in my hands, I'm texting the host of the call and said, who is her sponsor? Okay. Let's use these things to educate our team. Make sure that they're aware of what Consistency Club 500 is. There's probably somebody in here that doesn't know how to earn Consistency Club 500, right? And it's not a requirement, but it's an awesome perk. It's a way to be recognized at stage on convention next year, right? It's a really awesome thing, right? Let's educate our team. Let's go into the promotions and the shareables and post some of that stuff, right? There's also ambassador specials in there that you can offer your team. $10 off enrollment, right? There's different stuff in there that you can utilize and post on your page. It's really, really awesome, okay? Lastly, in the shareables, and there's just, the list could go on and on, but lastly in the shareables for me is the product information sheet. Because I'm not a crunchy label reader, okay? I told you I've been drinking Slim for 6 months. I want to be honest with you. I know it's plant-based. I know the people that run the show have phenomenal character. They have good ethics. I don't really care what's in it. I don't. I feel phenomenal. That's all I care about, right? I know that it's ethically created, and I feel phenomenal. That's enough, right? But I'm not everybody, right? Some people really want to know, right? You got a team in California. They want to know what's in there, right? In Oklahoma, they're like, what? You said this will help me lose weight? Right? In California, they're like, wait. Right? Use the product information sheets. It's always compliant. It's phenomenal information, right? For those people that want to know that information, that's where you should find it. It's on all of the products in there, right? It's phenomenal information. There's videos, there's clinical testing tablets. Like, I mean, you know, for the label reader, like that's your jam, right? That's some plum jam made from scratch, okay? That's your jam, okay? So what else we got? I think the second to last thing, on my list for you guys tonight, is about goals, right? Everybody in here has heard of SMART goals, right? Does everybody understand what that means when I say SMART goals, right? Because I don't mean like smart, right? I don't mean like intelligent, right? I mean SMART, the acronym, right? So SMART means specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time-based, time-sensitive, okay? Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time-based, okay? I want your goal to have those 5 rules. I want the goal to be specific. I reach out to people. We're starting a new approach with the coaching program. So we're calling it a blitz. The first 72 hours of the month, we'll reach out to every single person in the region. We're going to say, what's up? How was July? That's great. What's the goal for August? And if the person says, oh, I want to grow. Okay, you want to grow. By how much? That's specific and measurable. You want to grow by 50 points? You want to grow by 100 points? Oh, I want to go gold. Okay, how many points does that mean? Let's make it specific, right? If you're going to set a goal tonight when we get off the call because it's August 1st, because you should, I want it to be specific and measurable. I'm going to go silver this month by the 10th. Right? Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time-based. Put the goals in there. Make sure that you follow that rule, okay? And at the end of the month, if your goal is to go silver in between now and August 31st, and we only get 2, we're not going to talk about the person you didn't get at the end of the month. We're going to celebrate the 2 that you did. If you set a goal to go silver this month and you got 0, we're not going to talk about the 3 you didn't get. We're going to celebrate all the seeds that you planted all month long because they will harvest. Okay? Set a goal. My goals and my dream board, they're in the same place. They're right on the mirror and dry erase marker that I get ready in front of on an every single day basis. When I'm sitting there in the morning and brushing my teeth and I look up, it's right in front of my face. It's 6 or 7 goals. When I complete one, I don't cross it off. I erase it and write another one, okay? And it's sitting right next to the picture of Musha K that I can't get out of my head because I have to go there now. It's on my dream board, right? I don't know about you guys. Fear of missing out. I was like, wait, are we going back to Musha K? Because I might become an ambassador. I've got to go, right? It's on my dream board, right? I put those goals and dream board right in the same place. So set some goals for yourselves here. It's the first of the month, maybe, and so maybe the goal, set some aggressive ones. Set a couple, I like the achievable. I want you to celebrate. I like achievable being part of this. I also like goals that scare the out of me. Okay? I like goals that challenge me, goals that make me super nervous, right? Because if it doesn't, we didn't set the bar high enough. I partner with a senior Ruby based out of Utah. Okay? She joined on July 16th of last year. She set a goal, I'm going to leaders. In 6 weeks, she went to leaders. Okay? I share that with you because it's not too late. 30 days. It's not too late. Grind it out. Kick it into high gear. Shift gears. Let's get on the interstate. Okay? It's not too late. Set an aggressive goal, right? Set a couple that are achievable. It's very healthy to check some things off the list, right? Set a couple that just scare the crap out of you, okay? Goals, okay? Last. Where's my pop? Okay, so, I know that. How many people have seen me talk before in this room? Everybody? Everybody? Okay. So in that first call, that first call that I do with every team, I talk about character quite a bit, and I want to wrap up with some personal growth, right? How many people in this room work in a John Maxwell book? Okay. All right. True story. If you go to Amazon right now, you'd search John Maxwell, you close your eyes, and you pick a book, it's the best $14 you could spend this year. It's a true story, okay? But you have to want it, right? You have to want it. If you're going to do that, if you're going to take me up on the challenge, this book is written, all of his books are written so well that you can pick it up, read 3, 4, 5 chapters in a sitting. It's one of those books that you just fly through, right? It's very easy read, right? But that's not the way these books work. If you're going to take me up on the challenge, then I need you to read the first chapter 5 out of 7 days for a week. Second chapter, second week. Third chapter, third week. That's why they have book studies when it comes to self-development, because if you want the book to change your life, if you want it to impact your life and your business, you have to do it at a slow pace, consciously apply the theories that are done within the book. So I just wanted to share with you where, because I started, I thought to myself, like, man, everybody does book studies, right? They're so awesome. The field is always, the field talks about this. I'm super passionate about it. I said, wait, the light bulb goes off. Ding! Book study, coaches, Friday afternoons, 2 to 3 o'clock, right? We're doing the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. So, and full disclosure, there's 8 coaches. Sometimes it's me and one other person in the room because they got Friday afternoon off, or or because they had 2 calls that they had to reschedule because we're testing the back office, so they had to reschedule them during the book study or whatever the case might be. But I'm there. I'm going to work that chapter with whoever it is I'm with, right? So I just want to share with you guys, a little bit from this chapter that really sticks out to me. And it's called The Law of the Ladder, like the ladder that you climb up to put the Christmas lights on, right? The Law of the Ladder, right? And so a couple of the quotes that stand out to me in this chapter, is that achievement to most people is something you do. To the high achiever is something you are. Achievement to most people is something you do, but to the high achiever is something you are. Okay? And it talks about to be a success, I want you to think like a success. I want you to be intentional about your behavior. Maybe it's the cold messages, maybe it's your social media presence, maybe it's your follow-up phone calls. I need you to be intentional about it. Don't just go through the motions. Be intentional about it. Think about success. When you're reaching out to a prospect to follow up, in your head, you should be telling yourself that for sure they're going to say yes. I go into every situation believing, and I want everybody to know, I know it's not true, but I believe that I can pick up the phone right now. You send me a name and a phone number. I don't have to know anything about them. I can close them on some Plexus product today, right now. I believe that wholeheartedly. It's a fault. It's not even a skill. It's not even a strength. It's a fault. Sometimes confidence like that is not liked very much, okay? They're like, who is this guy thinks he could sell me, right? But I go into every situation believing that, right? I celebrate the no's, and I promise you, because I go into the situation believing that, the odds of my success are far greater. I want you to be intentional with your behavior. To be a success, think like a success. What else did I have in here? Right? In that first call too, I also asked about, who your hero was, right? And the most common characteristic of that people admire in their leader is honesty, right? So, and this was like through an extensive study, like 100,000 people working in the United States, and like the most common answer was honesty, right? Let's see here. Man, this book, I'm telling you what, this book is so good. Can you see, I had to highlight the whole chapter. I don't want to sit here and be like, today, and read the whole chapter to you guys. But I'm telling you, this book is so good. When you start to work something like this and you can feel it in your veins, you're going to love it, right? So let's see here. I'm gonna get you one. Let's see here. A couple other quotes that I want to leave you with, and just encourage you to, to give some serious thought about, putting some time and effort into some self-development. It's a personal growth, right? That isn't necessarily related directly to your business. But as I partner with Jules and people that are making life-changing amounts of money, when I start working into the direction of personal growth, areas of opportunity begin to pop up. And it becomes crystal clear, areas that they hadn't seen before because they're thinking a different way, because they're loving themselves, loving their passion. They're not letting, their own head get in the way, right? And so 99% of leadership failures are failures of character. That's a crazy quote there. 99% of leadership failures are failures of character, right? So let's see. This one's really good. If you do the things you need to do when you need to do them, someday you can do the things you want when you want to do them, right? The law of the ladder, right? We got to climb the ladder, okay? I'll leave one more, right? And then I'll open it up to see if anybody has any questions for me, okay? The life of every man is a diary in which he means to write one story and writes another. His humblest hour is when he compares the volume with what he hoped to make it. That's awesome stuff. Are you not, if you're not excited about going out and picking up this book, we're in the wrong business. Okay? I promise that, being grateful, being teachable, recognizing that everyone has a weakness and a strength, and being able to focus on some things that we know that we have, a couple areas of opportunity within ourselves, not just our Plexus business, but within ourselves, increase or to improve our character, is a humbling experience. I would challenge you, get a group together, right? You got a group, 4, 5, 2, however many people that live in your area, get a group together and spend 30 or 60 minutes together working a book like this. Watch what happens, because it's a phenomenal experience. Okay. Anybody have any questions for me? Abby, Joe, Ms. Trish? Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for being with us. I know everyone gets super quiet when it comes down to the time of asking questions, but you guys, this happened on our last call. Take advantage of it. You've got Dave. I mean, I'm not saying he'll answer everything you ask,
Well,
but,
hey, I tell you what, here's what I have found over the course of doing these, Trish. Let's stop the recording.
All right.